Tonight, the federal government considering redefining what it means to be fully vaccinated to now include a booster shot. The discussion coming in as health officials just announced that the Omicron variant accounts for almost 3/4 of last week's new infections. And as a U.S. appeals court reinstates President Joe Biden's nationwide vaccine mandate for large businesses. 11 Alive's Brittany Kleinpeter has more on what this could mean for other vaccine mandates already in place. Brittany.
That's right. While Dr. Anthony Fauci hasn't indicated whether the CDC is fully on board with this new definition, he says it's on the table and open for discussion. If it were to change, it could affect millions of adults whose jobs now require them to be fully vaccinated.
It really is semantics. As far as I'm concerned, I make it very clear that if you want to be optimally protected, get boosted.
Over the weekend, Dr. Anthony Fauci admitted changing the definition of what fully vaccinated means could create some logistical challenges. But it's something being considered. Currently, the CDC defines fully vaccinated as someone who received their second dose of Pfizer or Moderna more than 2 weeks ago, or a single dose of Johnson & Johnson 2 weeks ago. But as the Omicron variant rapidly spreads across Georgia and the U.S., medical experts say clarity is needed.
Fully vaccinated is no longer the same thing as fully protected. And fully protected means that you have gotten that booster dose. And so there really should not be a discrepancy between fully vaccinated and fully protected.
Millions of Americans could be impacted as more businesses return to the workplace and require their employees to be fully vaccinated in order to work.
Well, most of the private mandates that are in place now are based on CDC recommendations. So if the CDC changes its recommendation on what it means to be fully vaccinated, then that means those policies at any individual company would also have to change.
11 Alive's legal analyst Paige Pate says that private companies and local jurisdictions have the authority to make the change immediately, but says the actual enforcement of it may be problematic.
Going to do this as a private employer, you have to give your employees time to comply because the booster doesn't apply to everyone at the same time.
When we asked the Georgia Department of Public Health about the possible change, it simply said what they know about COVID and its variants today may not mean the same thing 6 months or a year from now, and they'll go with what science tells them. The CDC echoing that sentiment, saying they are continuing to follow the science that is literally evolving daily. Paige Pate also shared with me that he believes a change in the CDC's definition of fully vaccinated would make it much more difficult for the federal government to prevail in enforcing President Biden's vaccine mandates because those opposing the mandate would now have an additional argument that the requirement continues to change.
Brittany, thank you.